KYPA provided an incredible space to be able to nurture my creativity. I'd always written songs in my bedroom. I had my little book of just songs that I would always write, and I loved singing. I still love singing and still love writing songs as well. And it just provided a really amazing place to be able to nurture that and to develop that. And I'd never been given a space for me to sort of run free with it and just whatever will be, will be. I'd never been given that space. Everything was very regimented. So to be able to just write and be creative with like-minded people and the skills that I have grown to develop and have in my personal and my professional life. One of the biggest challenges was being adaptable. Being 18 years old and in a music studio, singing songs that you have written is difficult. Now that I think about it as an adult, I think when I was younger I was like, okay, I'm just doing this. But when you think back, it's a lot. And I remember having to be able to manage the different styles, because there are different musical styles. And so I'd written an a cappella song. Not having the musicians to support me was difficult. And I also wrote a duet, and almost having to creatively manage that, who sang what, when, let's sing together, the harmonies that we kind of just came up with beautifully. And then being part of a group was, yeah, another medium, another style that you had to kind of quickly be adaptable to. And musically that has helped me, because when I'm a part of any creative space, I'm ready to be like, okay, anything can change at any moment, let me just dive right in. And it also helps with my professional life. So when you film something, 9 times out of 10 you need to go into a studio and dub yourself. It's called ADR. And so the challenges that I faced in the studio then are no longer challenges to me, because I've learned from them, I've grown from them, and I use them in my professional life and in my personal life as well. So it's really good to be adaptable and just ready to seize whatever comes your way. I think the thing that I took away the most is to believe in myself. I was never really given a space and the experience to be able to express myself creatively. And so KYPA gave me that in abundance. And I remember just almost feeling invincible, feeling like I could do anything. I mean, I was an 18-year-old in a music studio singing songs that I had written myself. We're talking solos, we're talking duets, we're talking, you know, I'm in a studio as an 18-year-old. And so I just remember leaving and feeling like I can do anything. And I believe that I've taken that into my everyday life. I think, you know, when you have that belief in yourself, you become invincible. Yes, you are doing this on your own, you're singing on your own, but it really does take a community to help push you through. And it very much felt like a community. So yes, I sang a song and that was a cappella, but with the other songs it was a group of us, it was a team. And I loved being able to just sing and express myself. Another thing about being a soloist is the freedom. I gained a certain level of freedom of just being in the moment and enjoying the musicality of things, enjoying the response that you get from people. And it goes back to feeling invincible again, just living in that moment and really enjoying it is a beautiful feeling. I think one of the things that I really took away from that is that these things do take hard work. It takes time, it takes practice. Some people are, extremely talented and can just walk on and do what they need to do, but the foundations of these things is that you need to come together, you need to rehearse, you need to be at places on time. It takes a lot of your time. It takes time to go into the studio, get things prepared, do takes, do another take, and it's the patience that comes with it as well. Again, things like this I've taken into my everyday professional life as well. And also it's almost a dose of reality of like, it's not easy, but it's so worth it. And if you balance those two things out, it just makes everything clear, and it just makes it worth fighting for. I remember first holding the CD in my hand and just being in awe of the fact that this is something that we had created. And it lives in my mind of just how wonderful it was to be so young, to have written and helped to curate and develop something as wonderful as that. And also it's prepared me for, without me even realizing, because I guess at that age, yes, I wanted to act, but I didn't know the steps that I needed or wanted to take in order to be able to do that. But what it did at the time, and now looking back, is that it really prepared me for the world that I was about to step into. So now whenever I step into any creative space, I think about everything that KYPA did for me. When I step into a studio, when I'm doing ADR, I think about everything that KYPA did for me. I recorded a studio album with the show that I last did, and I stepped into that studio just knowing the ropes, understanding how things worked, understanding that again it would take time, and yeah, I gained so much from the whole experience, and I will forever be indebted to KYPA.